Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at a Legion Contemptor Relic Dreadnought. I am very late to the party. I think these Dreadnoughts came out 4 or 5 years ago, possibly even longer than that. I've never owned a resin Contemptor Dreadnought other than the Custodes Dreadnoughts, which obviously I've got the 3 of them. But I've only recently been involved in Contemptor Dreadnought since the plastic one last year in the Burning of Prospero set. So I've been meaning to get one for a long time. I did try and get the Dreadnought Dreadnought at the open day, but they didn't have the missile launcher. So I thought, what's the point? Because they don't even have the pervase, or whatever it's called, you know, the shielding thing. So I got the Relic Contemptor instead, but I got that shipped with my order of the Astreus. And here it is. So one of these will cost you £36. It's £1 more than the normal Contemptor. I will be going through the rules once I've built it, and I'll show you some size comparisons and things too. You don't get any weapons with it. Bit of a shame. You have to buy the weapons separately, and they are £10 each. I have a weapon loadout here. I wanted the Relic one to have just a las cannon and a power fist. I didn't want to go too overboard. I will be getting probably 3 or 4 more of these guys, probably just the standard ones though. So you will see them in different loadouts, but if you're very good with magnets, I'm sure a lot of you will have been able to magnetize your own. Anyway, let's unbox the main Dreadnought itself, and then we'll look at the weapons. So it comes in one of these clamshell packs. I think the Custodes Dreadnoughts came in actual boxes though. So there we go. So let's have a look at these parts. You will need to, of course, you know, wash these. If you haven't already, I'd definitely recommend you checking out my resin preparation video that I uploaded a little while ago. This is the empty box. There's no instructions to build it. You're going to have to just look at pictures on the internet and pretty much guess, which is a bit poor. I mean, I know it's not the hardest model to build necessarily, but some kind of instruction would have been nice. Let's have a look at the parts themselves then. So this is the frontal piece of the Relic Dreadnought. Lots of detail. I got one because it has this double-headed eagle, or Aquila, and I'm pronouncing it Aquila because I say tequila, and it's got the same U, I, and L and A in it, so that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter how I pronounce it, someone's going to be annoyed. This is the chest section, or sarcophagus. They're built these so that you put the head in whenever. Fair bit of detail on that, that's excellent. Also, the Relic Dreadnought, it comes with some detail on the lower legs. So you've got a shield here with some purity, with a purity seal, and I really like that one with the Aquila on there. Just the hips and the top parts of the legs. And the armour plates and the head. Another lower part of the leg, and this one has like a skull with a laurel and like a star on there. And so there you go. And then all the feet. So looks like L1, L2, R1, R2. So you can really get these Contemptor Dreadnoughts in a multitude of poses. They're very, very posable, the whole kit. So there you go, that's all of the feet. And finally, this is the shoulders. So this one would be the left shoulder, this one would be the right one. Quite a few purity seals on this, and another shield with a skull and another little purity seal there. So there you go. And then this is the hip. You've got this interesting detailing on the hip there, and another part for the ball joint for the hip too, for the sarcophagus to just slot on. I just forgot while I was showing all the parts that this is the power plant for the back that just goes onto the main body of the Contemptor. That just slots on there. So there we go. Carry on with the rest of the review. So they're all the parts. Comes on this, I want to say 50mm base. I think it's 50mm base. And then we've got the weapons. So the ones I've gone for is just a normal las cannon, and these weapons are £10 each. So the whole thing, if you get 2 weapons and the body, it will cost you £56, which is a fair amount. But then again, the plastic Dreadnought is £35. For £21 more, you're getting complete posability and the weapons that you want. So this is the twin link las cannon. Looks beautiful. They've done a really good job with this sculpt. So that's that. And these are the sort of mounting parts to attach this onto. I think it goes like that, and then that part attaches to there, and then that goes into the shoulder mount. Quite straightforward. I'm really looking forward to the poses I can make with all these Contemptors that I'll be getting. And then I've got the Power Fist. So this consists of many more parts than the ballistic weapon. Well, it's a laser weapon, but so here you've got the option of a flamer and a storm bolter, or I think they're called combi bolters, aren't they? So you've got those to put in the fist itself, and then you've got the main casing for the fist and the wrist part where you're going to put the fingers and the thumb. And speaking of which, they are here. So you've got the ammunition feeds for the storm bolter, I think, the canister for the flamer, and then you've got the 3 fingers and a thumb. However you want to sort of work those out at. There you go, so they'll just attach in there. It probably is worth just working on the weapons first, building the body, and then working out a pose for the model before gluing anything together. It might be worth just sort of what's called dry fitting or dry building, where you use a bit of blue tack and get a pose that you really like the look of, and then dab a bit of glue and obviously start building from there. As always, you'll need to prepare this resin. You can't just clip these off and start gluing, because the paint or spray paint, it just won't stick to it because it's got this slimy releasing agent. So all these parts are going to sit in a tub of warm soapy water overnight. Then I'm going to rinse them all off and get ready to build. So I hope you join me for the review. Hopefully the review will be out sometime this month in December. And hopefully you'll join me for that. So that's it for my unboxing and first look at a Space Marine Legion Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. Bit of a mouthful. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.